Good morning, children. Yesterday, I told about the making of independent India's constitution. So, who are responsible for making India's constitution, and what are the things that are considered in the Indian constitution, and the dates, months, years, and how many articles are there, how many schedules are there, how it has been copied from other countries or how it has been taken from other states, that is other countries, all these things we discuss. Now, this is the part 2 of this India's constitution. So, what are the main things that are present in the India's constitution? So, as we all know that India was under the control of Britishers for more than 200 years, and they are following their own rules and regulations, and they are not bothering, they are not caring about the India's rights. For that purpose, for freedom fighters, fought in the Britishers and got independence. After independence, we need one self-governance, that is a set of rules and regulations where we should be bound to that. For that purpose, we require one constitution. That is Indian constitution we require. For that purpose, what is the necessity of Indian constitution? Why do we require Indian constitution? So here, why do we require Indian constitution here? Before India, as we all know that, before independence, India was under the control of British rule. So first one, why do we require the constitution? What is the necessity of Indian constitution means? As we all know that India was under the control of Britishers for more than 200 years. They prepared councils and acts for India time to time. So they prepared some rules and regulations for India, and these rules and regulations are not fixed. It is flexible. Whenever they want, they change it. Means it is not rigid, it is flexible. They were not beneficial to Indians, but based on colonial attitude and economic exploitation. So the rules and regulations were made by the Britishers on Indian territory for the sake of the people of India. But the rules and regulations made by the Britishers were not benefiting the Indians, not for the benefit of Indians. It is as per the Britishers' economic rule, as per the attitude, that is colonial attitude, and also economic exploitation, they have prepared their own rules and regulations. So, Indians after independence rejected these dictatorial acts, these rules and regulations, and had to prepare their own constitution. So, after independence, the Indians has rejected all these rules and regulations set up by the Britishers, and they had to frame their own Indian constitution, that is the Indian constitution. They constituted a constituent assembly to make the Indian constitution. So after independence, they constituted one constituent assembly. After independence, in the year 1947 itself, in the month of August, 27th August 1947 itself, one constituent assembly has been framed out for the sake of the preparation of Indian constitution. People from all walks of life were made part of making procedure. So people from all parts of life, people from all walks of life were made part of the making procedure. Thus, in the independent India constitution, though we had Council Act for India before, yes. So, 1935, Indian Government Act. One act was there, Indian Government Act. In that act, some rules and regulations were set up for the welfare of the people, for the sake of the people. In spite of that, we require one separate constitution for the welfare of the people, for the protection of the people in all cases, in all fields, in all matters. That's why we require Indian constitution. That's why we require Indian constitution. So, after independence, India was under the control. After independence, there was no self-governance. For that purpose, we require one Indian constitution. That is the necessity of Indian constitution. Right. Next one is that what are the basic principles of Indian constitution? So the basic principles included in the Indian constitution are: one is sovereignty, the second is fundamental rights, directive principles, cabinet government or parliamentary type of government, secularism, socialism, federalism, and independent judiciary. So, what are the basic principles included in the Indian Constitution? So, the basic principles included in the Indian Constitution is: one is sovereignty. So, the basic principles included in the Indian Constitution is sovereignty, then fundamental rights, then directive principles, then parliamentary type of government, then secularism, socialism, then federalism, then independent judiciary. Yes. So, what are the basic principles of the Indian Constitution? Or what are the things that are included in the Indian Constitution? The basic principles that are included in the Indian Constitution is: first is sovereignty, means the total power is vested in the hands of the public, is vested in the hands of the people, where people elect and select their own representatives. That is sovereignty. Fundamental rights, directive principles, parliamentary type of government, secularism, socialism, federalism, and independent judiciary. These are all the things that are included in the Indian Constitution. So, Indian Constitution, what are the things that are present in the Indian Constitution? These are the things that are present in the Indian Constitution. So, let us discuss one by one about the Indian Constitution. What is the first one among them? The first one among them is sovereignty. Sovereignty means India is a sovereign democratic republic. Our India has sovereign, free from the control of any foreign power. Yes. Means first one is sovereignty. India is a sovereign democratic country. Democracy means that is people's representative. Means the power is in the hands of the public to select and elect their own representatives to governance our country. That we can say it as a prime minister, chief minister, all these things. That is sovereign. Means here no other country is having a control to control our India. So here our India has sovereign free from the control of any country. Means India is not under the control of any country. No one is asking us to rule the country in such a way. Our own rules and regulations, we have freedom of our own by ourselves, and no one is involved in our governance. Next one is fundamental rights. So, for Indian Constitution provides basic fundamental rights to all the citizens without discrimination. So, fundamental rights. So, the Indian government has provided, not Indian government, Indian Constitution has provided some basic fundamental rights to all the citizens of India, to all the citizens, to all castes, all religions, all languages, everything is mentioned in the fundamental rights. Means all rights, basic rights, like right to freedom, right to religion, right to education, right against exploitation, right to constitutional remedies. These are all the basic rights for the sake of the people of India. That is mentioned in the fundamental rights. If anyone is crossing these rights, then they are punishable, they are questionable under the under the fundamental rights. So no one is having a right to pinpoint, or no one is having a right to stop his freedom of thought. Freedom of thought is also mentioned in the right to, that is fundamental rights. Yes. So Indian Constitution provides the basic fundamental rights to all the citizens of India without any discrimination. Directive principles. So these are the directive principles of the guidelines to frame laws. They are not enforced by the courts. So directive principles are the basic laws which are not enforced by the government, by the court. Yes, parliamentary type of government. A council of ministers with the prime minister as the head to lay the advice the president who shall the exercise of his functions act in accordance with such advisors. So, parliamentary type of government, a council of ministers, and the head of the council of ministers is the prime minister, is ruling the country by taking the advices and ideas of the president. See here in the parliamentary type of government, president is the head of the country, and the council of ministers is the parliamentary type of government, that is ministers and prime minister. Next is secularism. Our Indian government respects all religions without uplifting or degrading any particular religion. So, the Indian government should respect all religions. They should not degrade any religion on any aspects. That is secularism. The word socialism, next one is socialism. The word socialism was added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment. It implies social and economic equality. So, in the 42nd Amendment, this word socialism is added in the preamble. It is mainly for the socio and economic development. Means here, anyone can develop their economic status. No one is having a right to stop his economic development. Next one is federalism. The Constitution provides a federal structure. The Constitution provides a federal structure. The powers are specifically divided between the central and state government. So, a specific structure is there, and the power is divided between the two categories. One is central government, central powers, and the state powers. Next, independent judiciary. India has independent judiciary. India has an independent and integrated judiciary. So, India is having an independent judiciary, and no one is having any right to question them or pinpoint them. That is independent judiciary. Integrated independent judiciary is there in India. Next one is there. What basic ideas of Indian Constitution has referred to preamble. So what are the basic ideas that are referred in the Indian Constitution as referred to the preamble? Yes. The ideas, the basic ideas of the Indian constitution as referred to the prelude to the terms like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, etc. So the basic ideas of Indian constitution as referred to the preamble is what are the basic ideas that are referred to the Indian constitution as referred to the preamble is one is through the sovereign, socialistic, secular, sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, etc. These are the basic ideas that are referred in the Indian constitution in the preamble. Yes. Next one is that fundamental rights. Just now itself I discussed fundamental rights. What is fundamental rights? Basic rights to the people of all citizens of India, irrespective of caste, sex, religion, breed, irrespective of sex, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, irrespective of language, irrespective of place, all this, irrespective of all these things. These fundamental rights are mentioned for all the people of India, for all citizens of India. That is right to freedom, right to religion, right to education, right against exploitation, and right to constitutional remedies. Right. Next, we the people of India means in Indian constitution. What does it mean? And then we the people of India, Indian constitution lo undi. Deen artham enti? Why? It has mentioned like that. Instead of mentioning in a different way. So for that purpose, yes. Yes, we the people of India, therefore, the republic, equality, then justice, then liberty, we the people of India. Yes. So we the people of India means, what does it mean in the Indian constitution? We the people of India, what does it mean in the Indian constitution? అంటే ఏమి ఎందుకు ఈ విధంగా రాస్తున్నారు in the Indian constitution? అది ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ లో ఫస్ట్ పేరులో మనకి దొరుకుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ద వర్డ్ preamble. Preamble it is mentioned very clearly. We the people of India అని అక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. సో దాని అర్థం ఏమి? వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? మీన్స్ let us know clearly. We the people of India, the constitution has been drawn up and enacted by people through their representatives. So here, first one, we the people of India means the constitution has drawn up and enacted by people through their representatives. So here we have drawn one constitution and we are enacting some representatives, enacted the rules, enacted by people through their representatives. Next one is republic. The head of the state, the president, is elected through electoral colleges and his post is not hereditary. So republic means here. Now here we are selecting we the people of India. Means we are selecting some people, some representatives in the form of MLAs and MPs. MLAs is meant for the state government and MPs is meant for the central government. So MPs together form one government, that is central government, and with the help of cabinet minister, and the head of the cabinet minister is the prime minister, and the ministers, the central government, that we now the MLAs and MPs are called as the representatives of the people. Now we are electing some representatives for the self-government. These representatives again select one person, that is the President of India. The MLAs and MPs, then the electoral colleagues will select the President. President is elected through an electoral college, and the President post is not hereditary. Means here not hereditary means now I am the President of India. My son is the next President. Next my son. Like that it is not hereditary in the Indian Constitution. Next one is that is the Republic. Then equality. All are equal before law and have equal opportunities to progress. So in the case of equality, all are equal before the law. No one is given priority. All are equal before the law and all are having equal opportunities to progress or to develop. Justice. Citizens cannot be discriminated against on any grounds in any circumstances. So justice. So citizens cannot be discriminated. Means cannot be ill-treated on any grounds in the case of justice. All are treated equally in the case of justice. Liberty. Liberty means citizens having freedom of speech. So liberty means citizens having freedom of speech, then expression and action. No unreasonable restrictions are placed on them in these aspects. So freedom of speech is there, freedom of action is there, freedom of expression is there, and so this is liberty. It is mentioned in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. We, the people of India, sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic, equality, all these things are mentioned. That's why we have given that importance in that. Next. Yes, children. So I think now I start this class today. So I am asking you all children, listen to this class very, very carefully, 1 or 2 times, then start preparing the notes for that. After that, learn, then write with your finger notes. Thank you children. Take care. Bye.